Alright, we live? We are live. Hello everyone, I'm tininsteelian, and today I'm going to be speedrunning a game called Salamander County Public Television, developed by someone called tininsteelian. If those names sounded the same, that's because they are the same. I am the person who made this game, and you might remember this game from AGDQ this year, where it was part of the Awful Block. I'm honored to be a part of the Awful Block, and I figured, you know what, let's continue that by running this game in a marathon for bad games, strictly. So let's get right to it. Well, first I need to reset my progress, so that we can do a proper run. So throughout this run, if any of you have any questions about the game, like how it was made, any development questions or anything like that, feel free to ask them in the chat and I will answer them if I can, and I probably can because I made the game so I know everything about it. But without further ado, let's get going here.
Hey there.
So we start off with this game where we have to toss an orange across the table with a banana. That was quite good, actually. That's all you're gonna see of that game. And now we have this game, where we gotta pick up this tennis ball. And we're not getting good, tennis ball RNG here. I need this ball to be in the center, and it's not happening, and when it is, it's not working. Can I work with this? I might have to work with this. There we go. Okay. Almost. Tongue got in the way. There we go. Still got the gold medal, so we're all good. And now we have a nice, relaxing game of unerasing a whiteboard, just as you always did in school back in the day. Very fond memories of unerasing the whiteboard. I should become a game dev, maybe. Maybe one day I will. Thought about it. So this is one of the games where in beta testing it, I found out that I am much better at this game than almost everyone, which is kind of funny. You know, you expect that sometimes when you're developing a game that, you know, you've played it pretty much more than anyone else has because you've made it, so you expect you're probably going to be better at it than most people, but I was surprised by how much people struggled with this one in particular. And there are some others people struggled on some more, but this is one of the toughest ones for people. I had to lower the difficulty on that one multiple times. Now we got this mouse guy. This mouse guy likes cheese. He has very normal legs. There's nothing wrong with his legs. Legs are completely normal. This mouse is a very important plot point in the story, which we unfortunately, because this is a speedrun, we won't be able to actually fully experience the story. If you want to experience the story, you should buy this game on Steam or consoles. It's on Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series consoles. And every time you buy a copy of this game, I become slightly richer. So we got the bronze medal, so we just make the mouse explode, as you do. And this is a game where you play basketball. Nothing particularly noteworthy about it other than that. That was quite an unlucky first shot there. There we go. So, once you get one shot in, you're good. You can just launch this thing a bunch of times. Until you get a game over. Speedrun strats, let's go. Alright, so that's the first week of the game. There are 5. And each one of them has 5 minigames, except the last one, which has 3 in the speedrun. There are 2 bonus ones in that week that we don't do in a speedrun. This game's all about optimizing balloon animals and how much you blow them up. That was quite good. It was almost a bonus. Bonus is 0.05 or less. So we need 8. So So what we're gonna do is called intentionally lose here. And there we go. That's exactly 8, that's what we needed. So this one is a fairly difficult speedrun strat, which I didn't quite do there. Uh-oh. Okay, we need to play it safe now. Oh no. How did I miss that? It was like right on the tree, it just didn't happen. Oh no, hold on. That didn't happen. None of what you saw happened. This is the first time I'm doing this minigame. Please don't ask me why it's snowing inside of the mall. Please also don't ask me why this mall looks suspiciously similar to an airport. I don't know, it's just some royalty-free stock photo I found online. So the goal here is to decorate the tree as evenly as possible. Speedrun strats, you don't necessarily have to do that. You kind of want to just get the ornaments on the tree as close as possible. But if you break a few, you run the risk of not getting a score there. So that was only kind of barely bronze. This is one of my favorite minigames in the collection. You gotta plug the plug in the plug socket. This game was in danger of not actually getting in the final game because the plug physics with the cord are kind of unstable with the wrong physics parameters and can glitch out. So it took a lot of fine-tuning to get them quite right. This one is being quite annoying. There we go. It was gold and the bonus. And this is one of the favorites, the fan favorites here. Revorsha water balloon. So the goal here is to win. I'm ahead. There's no rule for not doing anything, so we're just gonna not do anything for the next minute and 20 seconds. This is speedrun strats right here, folks. I am the best video game player in the world right now. So if there's any donations, now would be a good time to read them. You got a $5 trillion donation from, I don't know, who says I don't know. We got dead fish strats. We got the balloon noise, constant contact with the fish. Hey, it's not just a fish, it's a Brevorsha. Why does the taco need to dad? We go find out. Rich Richardson has donated $0. He would do that. Rich Richardson is one of the characters in this game, in the story. So we won't actually... Nope, I take that back. We will see him in the game. But only at the very end. The other fish isn't even trying now. You're just like, I know you want to keep the ball. I'll let you have it. 5 more seconds. And then we're back to speedrunning. I mean, we were already speedrunning, but we're back to actually, you know, inputting things. So this is bowling, but every time you hit a pin, the pin clones itself. It's called mitosis bowling. The goal here is to get 150 points as quickly as possible. Hopefully we have some throws remaining after that, and then we can sort of just toss the ball nowhere and get some very quick shots going. Right now this looks pretty good, although the shots have been fairly slow. Oh, that was not great. Sounds way too cool to be in BBG. We'll tell that to the people at AGDQ who put this in the awful block. Now I have to run it here. I don't have to, but I decided to. And that means I have to. There we go. Okay, so we got 150. So let's see if we can do the strat. Not quite. If you time that perfectly, it just counts instantly as a stroke. Fun fact for you. Now we're building a burger. So this is the start of food week. So all of the mini games in this week are food themed. So if any of you are hungry, I would like to remind you, do not eat your computer monitor or your phone or whatever you're watching this on. It's not food. This burger is not real. This tomato is not real. The cases are real, though. Judge Judy, she's real. That cheese is a little off-center. It's fine, though. The friction variable on these ingredients is exceedingly high to prevent, or to rather to facilitate tall towers, so it's fine. You can get away with some pretty bizarre burgers that probably wouldn't work in real life, but that's the cool thing about this game. It's not real life. Or is it? Dun dun dun! Oh, it's real life for me because I made it. And then that ingredient we just toss it aside because we got bronze. So if you watched the run on AGDQ, you might remember this game being extremely random. To the point where it is complete RNG in terms of how long or short it will take. Well, I watched that run and was like, I don't like that. I'm gonna update the game to make that not happen anymore. So I made it a lot less random. It is still random per se, but I added some pseudo-randomness so that there'll always be donuts that show up like every 3 times at the start, then every 6 times. And also, if you make an oopsie, it now counts as a loss, which is helpful for ending it more quickly. So that's much more quickly than you normally see before that update. Now we gotta suck up some pineapples on pizza, so I don't know what you guys' thoughts on pineapples on pizza is, but personally, you might think I have a strong opinion against pineapples considering I made this game, but in truth, frankly, I have no preference. I just thought it was a funny idea. Like, oh, suck an ingredient off a pizza with a vacuum cleaner. What would be a good ingredient? Oh, pineapples. That's controversial. I think someone on Steam left a negative review of this game because they thought the pineapples on pizza game was too cringe. There we go. Which I think is kind of funny. So now we're building a giant waffle, as you do. I don't know what city this is. I hope they don't mind recovering their houses in waffle batter. Technically, in the game lore, this is the next county over, Worcestershire County, so this has no effect on Salamander County. So you can rest assured if you live in Salamander County that you're safe. Although, you also don't exist, because the storyline is that everyone in Salamander County has gone missing, and we gotta figure out why. And how does pouring waffle batter on a city help with that? Alright, well we got 35, so we just go into a plane and explode and we move on to the next day. Where we can watch credits too. It's the sequel to credits. And also, electrocute popcorn that's falling from the sky and then collect it in our bowl so that we can eat it later. Fun developer fact. When this game was being developed, the placeholder video was of a Wendy's commercial from 2002 featuring Curious George toys. So now we're this paper cutout of a person. And we gotta stand on the hands of this clock as they rotate. And we can jump over it. All you gotta do is 15 seconds for bronze for the speed run. So that's all that is. Chat. You know what to spam.
That's beans.
That's beans. That's beans.
That's beans. That's beans.
What is that?
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans. That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans. That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
That's beans.
As beans.
That's not.
That's not beans. Continent is not beans. I didn't know until just now, but now I know. It was all thanks to this game I made. If I had not made this game, I would not know that continent is not beans. This game, frankly, I should have made the bronze a bit more difficult, because you just have to get through 2 screens, and that's pretty easy. You can also shoot electricity from the penguin. We don't need to mention the length of the neck of the penguin. This is also one of my favorite games in here. The car's wheels are mushrooms. I don't know why I said that as if you couldn't figure that out. All you gotta do is make it 25 meters, which is the first sign, and then we can self-destruct and move on to the next day. This is one of the quickest games to speedrun. All you gotta do is collect 2 stars, and then you move on. That was also a game that people really struggled on. Okay, time for glitch strats that were just discovered the other day. This could take a couple times. But I can pause for 3 seconds while holding. Okay, that time it didn't work at all. Pause for 3 seconds while holding accelerate, and the shopping cart will fly up. Okay. We're gonna give this a few attempts here, because this is new tech that frankly I just learned about the other day. Am I going to patch it? No, because that'd be lame. I quite like this. So there's a goal up there that appears after 5 seconds. And if you can touch it and make it fade away after 6 seconds, this is really not working. Then you will win instantaneously. And this saves like over a minute. Okay. Give this a couple more tries, and then we might have to do this the normal way. Oh, there we go. Oh, but it flew too much. It was the wrong angle. But that's the idea. Didn't work. You can also just hold left and pray that it'll just fling up to there, but that's very inconsistent in my experience. It's too much. Okay, if the timer reaches 17 minutes, and we haven't done this yet, I will do it the normal way. But I want this to work because it's cool. And it's an exploit in my own game. This looks not like it's gonna work. I lied. Time to drive some lawnmowers on ice that are synchronized. So the goal here is if you desynchronize these lawnmowers, you're in for a bad time. If you keep them synchronized, you're fine. I have not done that, so we're gonna be in for a bad time. If you're lucky, you can sort of resynchronize them, which I have sort of done here. I've actually, I was gonna say I've done a good job of resynchronizing them, and then I sort of desynchronized them a bit. But yeah, this is actually working pretty well for how desynchronized they are. You can normally end up in... Okay, now we're in trouble, because the blue one is completely screwed, so I'm just gonna ignore the red one for now. There we go, that actually kind of worked. I don't know how. Physics in this game are a little bit janky, but I like them that way. Alright, that was surprisingly good for how desynchronized they were. Okay, time for the final game here. This involves a lot of plot points. I'm gonna have to spam the spacebar here, especially if the game is focused. Please ignore the mouse pointer. Can I get this in one try? Yes. Okay. There we go. So this is Jeffrey, one of the people from Salamander County. He's trying to suck up our remote. And we can't let him do that, so we gotta call the Intergalactic Police with our remote control, because it's also a phone. This randomly generated 10-digit phone number here. Not particularly fast, but it will do. And that's Rich Richardson. That's the guy I told you would appear at the very end. He's trying to suck up the world, because of course he is. And we did it. So that was... I'm gonna let the timer keep running because we got a bonus incentive to do. That was about 1845-ish. So that's the game. Salamander County Public Television, made by me, programmed by me, graphics by me, and all the people who did the stock photos and videos and whatnot that I have put in here. So I'm just gonna let the credits run real quick. If any of you have any questions about this game, feel free to ask them in the chat, and I will answer them. And after these credits, I will do the Dabbing Taco incentive. So I think the last game that Teddy Rass ran had something to do with a taco collecting at the end that he may or may not have collected. Well, you're gonna get your taco here. You're gonna get some tacos. Teddy also ran this game at AGDQ, funnily enough. And he also ran the game you just saw previously at AGDQ. This me person looks like a good dev. Oh, thank you. Was there ever a sandwich gotten? I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe I should. I don't remember. You know what? As a bonus, you get to watch one TV commercial. Wait, which one is this? Is this our UFO real? Oh, this one's like 4 minutes long. Okay, we're not gonna do the 4-minute long one, but we will watch. I'm sorry, Cammy. Ampu Camilla in chat. That is her in the video. But let's watch one that's not 4 minutes long. Yeah! Winning numbers of the lottery, let's go. Okay, the choose 3, 4, 6, 7. The choose 4, 2, 3, 6, 9. Did all of you buy your choose 5s? Well, those are your numbers. Here's the choose 20 for the really ambitious of you. Pick a number from 1 to a million. 508 million, 7... No, that's 1 to a billion. Also, you'll breathe at least twice. Are the lotto numbers randomized? No, it's just a video. Alright. So, once you beat the game, there are 2 bonus games. One is Number Flop, which is a puzzle game. The second is Taco Tom Can Dab, which is about a taco named Tom who can dab. So let's do it. So Taco Tom is the main character from the previous game I made before this one, called Taco Tom 2. Also available on Steam and consoles. And the song that we're doing here is the main menu song from that game. So these notes are random whether they come in left or right. It's different each time you play. And I'm gonna see if I can get a full combo here, which I have never done before. At least 10 people have. Because of the leaderboards, there are 10 people with full combos, maybe more. But it's quite difficult, as you're about to see. This part is quite tricky. I've ruined it. No full combo for me. I'm still on pace for gold, which is nice. This is another one of the games where I had to lower the gold target. Also, if you watch this in AGDQ, you might remember it glitched. The notes got desynced. Because there is a bug where if you're streaming the game on Twitch for whatever reason, or not Twitch, on Discord, if you're doing the Discord live stream, sometimes it desyncs for whatever reason. It's not specifically Discord live stream that causes it, but it's just, I don't know what exactly causes it. Anyhow, I fixed it. So, if you played the game now, it won't desync anymore. Oops. That's okay, I already got gold. You saying I cannot dab? I've dabbed before. Once. Landed me in the hospital, but I did it. And if any of you have any questions about this game or comments or whatever, feel free to ask them. I guess this is your last call for them. As this is the end of Taco Tom Can Dab. He dabbed. He showed he can. And I got the gold medal. So I guess now I should stop the timer. As we have done it. Are there beans in the taco? No, canonically the taco is meat. What is it? What's the order? It's a very particular order. Meat, sour cream, lettuce, tomato, cheese. That's the order of the tacos. And you'll know that if you play Taco Tom 2, because the game is all about collecting those ingredients, putting them in your taco. But anyhow, this is Salamander County Public Television. It's a game I made. You can check it out on Steam or consoles. Watch out for the Kitchen Tin Red Toaster. I will be back tomorrow in the afternoon to speedrun another game, a game that I did not make, called The Adventures of Mr. Bobbly, which is a very fun game. It is one of the glitchiest games I've ever played. I love it. But thank you so much for watching this game. Feel free to check it out. And I will see you all later. Hope you have a good rest of your evening, and hope you all keep watching the Big Bad Game-A-Thon. Throwing it back to the MC, or whoever I throw it back to. Catch it.